Hi, I'm Desiree, Dusseault, Project Coordinator for the Boston Smart Policing Initiative site. Boston Police Department is currently below the national average in clearance rate, which stands at 60%. Between 2007 and 2011, the BPD homicide unit has cleared 44.3% of its homicide cases. In order to address this issue, we've set forth goals to increase homicide rates in Boston. To do so, we hope to create a business model for homicide investigations based on best practices and evidence-based research, as well as standardized and consistent system of homicide response and investigation that demands professionalism, accountability, and sustainability, to create a coordination of all units involved in homicide investigations, and increase resources to BPD units involved in homicide investigations as well. Since February, the Boston site has made much progress in doing so. We've formalized our plan to standardize homicide response and investigations with the overall goal to improve our clearance rates. We are now working towards a November 1st kickoff. In order to prepare for this kickoff, we've looked at numerous sources and strategized. We've developed an external and internal communications plan, reviewed research in other cities' homicide manuals, created and administered a best practice survey to 7 U.S. city police departments, specifically in their homicide units, speaking to some of their practitioners. We've sent 2 BIS staff to the UK we've sent 2 BIS staff to the UK for their senior officer training. This training is part of our goal to utilize the UK model, business homicide investigation model. In order to do so, we have also worked closely with UK consultant and homicide investigator Mark Warwick. This work has been to find aspects of the UK homicide investigation business model that can be adapted to fit Boston's plan to standardize and of goals. We've all worked closely with UK consultant and homicide investigator Mark Warwick. This work has been to find aspects of the UK homicide business model that can be adapted to fit Boston's goals of standardization. Also, a lot of time and work has been conducted through our Homicide Advisory Committee. This group is made of representatives from throughout the department who play or own a role in homicide investigations from initial call throughout the end of an investigation. This group critically examined BPD's current rules, best practices, as well as the national and international best practices identified early on. This group has utilized these sources to ID needs and gaps. We've also worked closely with researcher Anthony Braga, who's been working on coding and in identifying indicators for homicide clearance rates in Boston-specific cases. Through a preliminary study, Anthony Braga has also identified some needs and gaps that Boston is hoping to address in our standard protocols and procedures. This group finally created a formal recommendations and presented them to the command staff, and through this formal recommendations, we've created some standardized protocols and procedures in hopes of adapting and improving our clearance rates. Although a lot of work has been done, we've also faced some challenges along the way. We've had the unique challenge of addressing organizational change within a homicide unit. In order to address this challenge, we've really looked at some of the other issues involved, such as messaging within the internal and external community, looked at the culture of homicide investigations and the units involved, as well as faced difficulties with an aggressive timeline, legal and labor challenges, as well as training all officers on these new protocols. We are happy with our progress and continue to move forward, but hope to begin November 1st.